So Toronto Raptors win the whole thing. I don't follow sports because I'd like to think I'm not a moron, and I didn't know whether they were going to win. Except someone texted me that looked like they were going to win, and then all of a sudden I hear people screaming outside of my place. Oh, I guess the Raptors won, and so they did. And I don't even live in like the downtown core of Toronto, and still I'm hearing people driving by, honking their horns and screaming. I was supposed to go to lunch with some dear friends who I haven't seen in a long time today. But I just texted them and I said, look, you know what? It's going to be a zoo. People are already just freaking out. They're going to freak out all weekend. They're acting like animals. And you don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. I'm going to be irritable if I go out. I'm going to be like almost like, I'm going to be temperamental. I'm going to be yelling at people. I read a book once that pointed out how sports fans, when their team wins, they say, we won. And when they lose, they say, they lost. Because they like to identify with victory. It's as if they won. Like, oh, because I live in Toronto, I'm a winner now because my team won the whole thing. You're not a winner. You're still a loser. Or football fans that, like Homer Simpson there. They're fat, they sit on their asses, they're drinking beer, eating, carbs, and they're watching athletes play sports. And there's nothing more pathetic to me than that. I guess it's okay to watch sports sometimes, but I think the point is to play sports yourself, right? You're supposed to get off your ass and exercise. People are going to go mad this weekend. This is the first time the Toronto Raptors have won the whole thing. The first time. They were already going nuts a week ago when they won the semifinal, whatever the hell that stupid thing is. And you know what? Just like Christmas or New Year's, and this isn't a statistic that I've actually checked, but it's my suspicion. The hospitals are going to be crammed with idiots that had accidents or attacked each other. There's going to be a lineup all the way around the emergency room, the whole hospital leading to the emergency room. And I can understand like a 16-year-old kid getting excited about this kind of shit, but not an adult. An adult should be just like, this is silly. It's just a game. I really don't understand the love for sports. In a way, sports is like socially acceptable racism, right? You're not racist against a country or a people. You're racist against a city. And come to think of it, the British are extremely racist, and I know it because I've got a friend who's English, and he said he hates the English because they're so racist. And then it happened that the England they rioted at one of their stupid soccer games for the World Cup. They the fans in the stadium started attacking the other fans, and England got banned from even participating in the World Cup for like the next year or something. And it makes sense because if it's socially acceptable racism, then the English get an excuse. They can say we did it over sports, not because we hate the other country. And I suppose it's good for the city. It's good for Toronto because it'll increase tourism. Like when your team wins the whole thing, it increases tourism. It brings money in. So I guess that's good. Oh, and that asshole idiot Drake, he's gonna be all over the place. Like he's gonna be in all media, touting the bragging about the Raptors like forever now. And I have a theory about why people like him, because he's just an idiot, right? And he's ugly as hell. I don't imagine his music's any good. It couldn't be any good. But the reason people like him is because he plays the role. he plays the role of the guy that's like the badass, famous person who's big success, overnight success, and it gives average people hope that they could be Drake one day. They could be famous. They could be an overnight success. It's the dream, right? It's the dream of every idiot. So he plays the role, and he acts like, he doesn't have a care in the world. He doesn't talk about his misery. He doesn't enter rehab. He's just always happy, seemingly, and proud of himself. And so it makes average idiots think that the bullshit dream, the American dream, the dream of getting rich and famous is actually worthwhile. Yeah, so that's all. I'm just expressing my irritation. It's like when Donald Trump won the election. I was just like, I turned off my phone and I just slept. I was like, I don't even want to talk to anybody for a little while. I mean, this isn't as depressing. It's just a sports team that won. It's actually a good thing, but I just don't like to see. I just don't like to hear people yelling and screaming like idiots. If you support gays, click like. If you respect blacks, comment. If you think women are people too, click the notification bell. And if you care about sick children, subscribe.